scientists! My name's Mia.
And my name's Maya, and we're here at Ethos Innovation Center.
And today we're going to be teaching you how to create a bird feeder.
So grab your box, grab your bag, and let's get started. If you want to follow along with us, you can open up your booklet under the gig sheet under Build a Bird Feeder.
In today's lab, we will need a bag of bird seed, a bag of gelatin, a cookie cutter, a toothpick, one string, and then what you'll need to grab on your own is a microwave-safe cup or bowl, something to stir with. Today we're using a spoon, and this isn't required, but we are using a plate just to protect our table from any mess. But right now, all we need is our cup or bowl for our water, so we're gonna go ahead and put everything else to the side. And for our first step, we are going to take a 1/4 cup of water and heat it up. Now today we're using a kettle, so if you have something like this, feel free to use it. If you don't, you can microwave some water for about 1 to 2 minutes. So it's a 1/4 cup, which really isn't that much. And be careful because this water can be really hot.
Okay.
Perfect. Ow.
I know, it is really hot. You have to be careful.
Okay.
All right, after you've added your water, you're gonna grab your gelatin packet and something to stir with. You're gonna dump everything out and just stir until it's completely mixed.
Mix it. It smells like something's burning.
It smells weird.
It does smell weird, but that's normal. So I actually learned the science behind this lab and what happens with gelatin.
Really?
Yeah, can I tell you?
Yeah, please.
So I learned that gelatin has all these little molecules, and when it gets mixed with hot water, those molecules start to move around really, really quick, so they speed up. And then as the water cools down, those molecules slow down. And whatever the gelatin is mixed with, it ends up sticking to because the molecules have slowed down and they pretty much harden. So that's why we can create a bird feeder out of a mold with this.
Oh, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I think that looks good. Do you?
Yep, I think so too. I need that spoon.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I forgot we weren't done with it. Okay, step 3 in our gig sheet says to add the bird seed to the gelatin mixture and stir it until it's clumped together.
So we want to add the whole bag, right?
Yep. And then you're gonna mix it. Move up a little bit so they can see. Perfect. And you wanna make sure that the gelatin that we just mixed with the water is really incorporated into all your seeds.
Yeah, I'm noticing it's getting a lot more thick when I'm mixing it together.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you think that looks?
Looks good. Perfect. All right, what is our next step?
So our next step is we're going to grab our plate and we're gonna grab our cookie cutter, and this is gonna act kind of like a mold, which will create the shape that we want for our bird feeder.
Okay.
And we're gonna take our spoon and just scoop out some of that mixture that you made, and you're gonna want to put it in your mold or cookie cutter, and then you can just press your spoon down to make sure it's nice and tightly packed in there.
Okay. Like this.
Yeah, that looks great.
Just want to make sure I'm getting as much mixture as I can so that we don't waste any. And if you do have birdseed mixture left over, feel free to do this lab again with your cookie cutter, or you can create your own shapes using different cookie cutters at home, or just making your own free-handed shapes.
Yeah, you know, that reminds me of something that I learned.
What?
So I learned that different types of birds have different preference for what kind of bird feeder they like.
Yeah.
Depending on kind of like the kind of seed that there is, maybe the shape or the size. And it kind of reminded me how humans have their favorite restaurant, just kind of like how birds have their favorite type of bird seed.
That's so true.
Okay, that looks
interesting.
Perfect.
Nice.
Set this off to the side.
Okay. Next step, oops, I have birdseed stuck on my hands. Next step, use the toothpick to poke a hole before the birdseed hardens. So we tested this lab before, and we found that it was a lot easier to poke a hole before the birdseed and gelatin mixture has hardened and set in place. So
where do you think I should poke this?
I would
here,
put it
here.
I would put it in the middle of your cookie cutter, but not totally in the middle. You
Okay.
want it somewhat
Maybe towards the top
yeah.
a little bit.
towards the top, but not too much
Okay.
to the point where, because eventually we're gonna poke our string through this or stick our string through, and you don't want it to be up too close to the top so that the string rips through.
Yep, so right now I'm just poking it through and I'm making circular motions just to make sure the hole is wide enough for us to fit the string in eventually. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna leave it in there so then when it hardens, it can harden around the hole and it might be easier to put the string through too.
Smart. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
So now after you have this step done, we are going to wait. So you're gonna have to wait a few hours for this mold to harden, for the birdseed to harden. You can even pop it into the fridge to speed up the process. But me and I actually already prepared a finished one because we want to show you how it might look when it's done. Ta-da! That's so cute. I love it.
So this is what it looks like once it's hardened. As you can see, our hole is in there, and it took up the shape of the mold.
Yeah,
so,
it looks like a little dog. It's so
it
cute.
looks cute. It looks good. So the next thing that we're gonna do after you've removed it from your cookie cutter mold is you're gonna take your string and you're going to poke it through the hole that we made, and then you're going to tie it off. And we're doing this so that we can actually hang our bird feeder from a tree or a post or anything that you could hang it from so that our birds can get to it and have a little snack.
It's a little tricky. Maybe I'm gonna try doing
try
it from this side.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Just grab it.
Oh, no. Some of our birds.
Oh my gosh, it's so tricky to get.
So close.
Okay,
There you go.
I got it. And then tie it at the top?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Something that I learned is, which I think is really cool, is that bird feeders are actually really beneficial to birds a lot more than we think. So obviously we know that birds can get their food from insects or fruits, nuts, seeds in nature, in wildlife, but I found out that birds get 25% of their food source from bird feeders. So our bird feeder is actually helping out a lot of birds.
Yeah, they're really important. 25% is a big number.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, that makes sense. And you know something else I learned?
What?
Birds need water just as much as they need food. So think about like a hot day. You're really gonna want water. And birds use water to bathe and to drink. So I think it would be a really smart idea if you even want to put a cup of water next to your bird feeder.
Yeah, that's really cool. Birds are kind of like us.
Yeah.
Just not exactly, because we don't have fur.
No, and I can't fly.
You can't fly.
No.
I can't fly either. But
Yeah, but they are like us because they need water and food to survive.
yeah. So yeah, we hope you had so much fun creating your bird feeder with us today, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.
Yes.
Bye, scientists!